Right, so here we are on Bus Simulator 18 again, and at the moment, well, this is showing what level we're at. We're at level 21, and we've got 13 buses, 13 drivers, and we've got €379,000 in the bank. Now that total balance has dropped quite a bit because I've been in the process of trying to change my buses over to these gas-powered buses, which are more expensive to buy but more economical to run, and of course better for the environment. But the important thing about these changes to the buses is that when you get this far on into the game, the mission that we have, in fact, let's just load the company. We're still with Kim Jong-un Transit, seeing as we're now friends with the North Koreans. And this is the main central bus station that you see in the picture. And once you get later on into the game at this sort of level, you'll eventually get to open up the central bus station. And we'll see the tasks that we have in hand, which are quite a few.
The municipality sends their regards. The new ring and belt routes are a resounding success and will be a valuable service to the public for years to come. Great work. I've already got a new, very lucrative task for you on the horizon. Peter, do you want to give us a rundown?
Yes, I do indeed. Let's get down to business. The tourism board has requested a sightseeing line through the old town, which would be a great way to add value both for our inhabitants and city tourism in general. And while I think your network is almost perfect, there are still a couple of kinks you could iron out for overall improvement. More and more people are using your public transport network every day. Let's see if we can get them all to switch.
The municipality has rewarded this milestone with substantial remuneration.
€200,000 you get. Now the first task was to unlock the cathedral, which I've managed to do, and the cathedral is sort of in round about there. There it is. Now what we have in the first task here is to connect the highlighted bus stops. Well, what I've done is I've already created a route. Now the route goes a little bit further out. It's this one here, which I've called Zob 5. And it runs out of town. It runs in and around here but out of town, and the reason I've got it out of town is to catch a couple of bus stops that I don't have any route on. We've got that out here. Now the problem with this part of the town is the streets are fairly tight. You can't, I've already got a bendy bus, but you can't have a bendy bus on these routes here because they're too tight. You can have them on the ring road. There's an inner ring road and an outer ring road, which we've got here. We've already got routes running there, but this task in this one here is to cover the designated areas here in order to achieve this task here, which hopefully we've done. Now it says at least 4 NPC drivers and buses. Now on this route here we don't have that at the moment, but what I want to do is I want to get that route done and eventually get enough money so I can have the drivers to cover these routes here. So that we've got, now that's the understanding in this thing. When you read it, it says use drivers to generate income on a route that connects the main central bus station, then main station 1 stop, the cathedral 1 stop, and the old town, the minimum of 3 stops, which I've got in the old town. And it says at least 4 NPC drivers and buses. So in order for that task to be achievable, I first of all have to run that trip clean, well, more or less clean, and then once I have enough money I have to then add drivers to the route. And you can't have drivers in this route here in and around this central area without these more expensive buses. Now if you can see there on the right hand side, these are all of the routes that I have currently, and I think pretty much all of them, if we look, let's have a look, you see that the driver that's on that route's already got one of these buses, one of the gas powered buses. If we go to that one, have a look there, that one there, that's the same, that one there. In fact, that one there's a problem. because that one there hasn't got a bus. Now, let's have a look. Now the reason she hasn't got a bus is because I took the bus off. We've still got 2 of these diesel buses, and in fact I'd probably be better off putting the diesel bus back onto that for the time being, because I've not got enough money to buy one of these gas buses and have, or gas powered buses, and have enough money left over. So what we'll do is we'll give her the diesel bus at the moment so that the route is covered. And looking at the buses there, I think I've only got 2 of these diesel buses left, but I don't have enough money to buy 2 of the gas powered ones, so we'll leave that for the time being. But for now, what we'll do is we will get rid of that. We'll see the route that we're going to go. Now this, I've had 2 goes at this, and I've already crashed twice, because the bus that you're in, the gas powered one, is a longer bus, and some of these turns are tight in these side streets here. Getting out and about here's not a problem, but I haven't got that far yet. So we'll see if we can get that route done, and then once we've done that and it's in the bag, then it's just about generating enough money to get those drivers filling that route. Now the other one is have 10 routes from the central bus station which use drivers to generate income. Now I'd already been doing that inadvertently before I saw this task here. Now I'm assuming that all of these central bus station buses that I have running, the actual routes that I have running, already count to that total. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that last one's going to be 5. But the objective is to have 10 routes. So that again is going to need a lot more income, unless I started taking drivers off these routes here, or unless I add the finishing route. Now that'd be the easiest thing to do, is to go in and edit these routes and make sure that the finishing part of the trip is all at the central bus station. And I'm going to try that later on, but for the time being we're going to do this route here and see if we can get it pretty much clean. So let's start the drive. Now it says about 34 minutes. Now of course the other thing is, as part of the objectives, you had to have it on a round trip, which means you go one way and then you go back the other way. Now this is a bus that we're on. We've got it, we've got adverts activated on it as well, and that means that we're getting income from that. So we can now start the trip. Now remember, we've got €379,000. Let's see how much we have left, or how much we gain from our own driver, plus, let's see if we can get this to work. There we go. See how much we get from the other routes at the end of this trip. Right, so now let's get the bus prepared to go. First of all, oh, wrong thing. We want that. No, we don't want that. It keeps going to the bloody, there it is, that's better. Get the power on. Get it into gear. Start the bus. Get the lights. Now what the hell else? Back that way. I think that's a handbrake off. And shut the doors. Right. Right, away we go. Get the speed limiter on. Now, as I mentioned in a previous video, I've got everything turned up full on this thing, and it's a bit choppy and clunky in places. It could do with a better optimization, I think. I've just updated my graphics driver this morning, so plus I've done a clean out on the PC, so everything should be running as smooth as possible for how this game runs. Right. So this area of town that we're in, I think it looks like the last sort of main area on the map that you can have access to. I don't know whether these are the last lot of objectives in the game. I'll find that out once we get them all completed, but it'll take quite a little while to get this part of the objectives complete, mainly for financial reasons, because I don't have enough money to carry out a lot of the objectives. So we'll see if we can get this first one done. As I say, I've had 2 goes at this and I've already crashed the bus twice trying to get round tight corners by misjudging the approach. And again, I'm still using my preferred method of control. It's actually supposed to be the Xbox controller I'm using, but I've changed it over to my PS3 controller. I've got it activated because it's a wee bit more flexible in handling. Let's see if we can make it round this corner. This is tight. We've made it just. That's the problem, you get that line into that corner with the vehicles parked left and right, it's a bit tight now. Red light, that's the other thing that they need to change in the game. Look at those red lights. Those red lights are, they need the colour fixed on them. Plus the lights, the warning lights in the back of the car. There's a few tweaks that need done. They've already brought out an update for the game so far, but I honestly notice any great deal of change to it. Nothing major. Right, we're at green, let's go. So the first stop is the main station. So what we're doing is we're doing an outward journey and then we're doing a return journey. And we're also going to, from now on, finish in our own garage, because you get bonus for doing that as well. So we've got day, regular, one.
Thanks.
There's a few. Oh, here we go again. I mean, there's only 2 people on the bus, and this guy's got his music up too bloody loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. The map on the left-hand side, the GPS map. When it gets into tight spaces and the names of bus stops are on the screen, sometimes it's difficult to see where you actually turn the bus, whether you're going left or right. I've had a couple of problems like that. You maybe get to see what I mean when we get into the old town.
You really need to see the view down at the harbor. Are you up for going to the movies today?
Which film?
I was thinking about the new superhero blockbuster that just came out.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you see that little judder there?
Oh, that's what she meant.
You know, yesterday Kitty caught a fish.
What? Aren't cats afraid of water?
Yeah, well,
We're running
she
over the
hardly got
cobbles.
wet. She was just lying there
Yeah, I
on
think
top
that's
of
the
the
cathedral
aquarium.
there. Presume it is.
I didn't expect the theories to be true, but Christina is an amputee.
I don't feel like working today.
Next stop, Trading Center.
Oh, look at that. Isn't it beautiful?
It's way too hot outside.
A ticket, please. Thank you.
I need a ticket. Thanks.
One ticket, please.
Now, if you look at the GPS there, on the left hand corner, you can see where it says Trading Centre, which is the bus stop that we're just leaving. The problem is that name covers the route. Now, I know now that you have to turn right, but things like that are things you need to clean up in the game, where it's and that's simply because you can't change the zoom. You can't change the zoom on the GPS. To get rid of that name so you can actually see better the route that you have to take. Now, these cars are all trying to sneak out. Well, now here's the problem. Do you turn right here or do you go straight on? And it looks as if you go straight on, but it's confusing.
I was
And
not made for
that's
this
one
weather.
way. So now it's straight on. See, I'm confusing myself here, and I've actually missed a turn. I've done the same mistake I've done before, and it's just because it's obscured and it's difficult to see where you actually make that turn. Oh, another one. Who the hell is it? Is it the same guy? Who the hell is he? Oh, it's him. It's Granny.
Sorry.
Could do with checking their tickets, but I can't be bothered at the moment. Right, so we're going right. Now what have we hit? We've hit that metal barrier there, or not metal, stone barrier, trying to make the turn too tight. Now I think something's run into the back of us. So we've lost, that's cost us about €800.
Finally got my husband
Not
to see
that,
Winter
turn,
of Passion.
red light.
Now he's an even bigger fan than me.
Yeah, a few tweaks and things need done to the game, although it's as I said earlier, I mean I've said previously, it's 100% better than the previous version of it. 2016 version was
I feel like
a pile of garbage
I'm in a
compared to
game.
what it is now. And I've hit something else. Now, straight through.
Next
Now,
stop.
have I got the hazard
Training
lights on
Center.
or something? Yeah, I've crashed again.
I'm still not sure if I wouldn't be faster by bike.
I'm making a right bloody hash of this. Let me find out what the hell is flashing here. What's going on? That might...
Oh no, I fell asleep.
I can hear something clicking, but I've got no indicator on.
This parking position is just perfect.
See ya.
Goodbye.
It's telling me I'm too late. Uh, 280.
Thanks. A ticket, please.
So we're not going to make much profit off this trip because I've already crashed 3 times. What the hell have we got here?
I finally got my husband to see Winter of Passion. Now he's a thank you.
1 ticket, please.
I need a ticket.
The rerun of season 15 of Winter of Passion revealed so much about what is happening now.
Now you notice whenever these passengers are talking about this fictional soap opera, they talk about Winter of Passion. And if you look at the actual subtitles at the bottom of the screen, it isn't even called that in the subtitles, which is another blatant oversight by the publisher, by the actual game developer. Right, anyway, where the hell are we? I think it's time we did a ticket check, even though we're late, doesn't matter.
Of course.
Right.
Here.
Of course. Here you go.
What? Oh, here you go.
Where is it? Ah, here you go.
Of course.
Here's the ticket.
What? Oh, here you go.
Here.
Where is it? Ah, here you go.
Of course.
Sure.
And of course we picked up some garbage as well. So everybody seems to have valid tickets.
Oh my gosh. What is that sound? Does anyone else hear that?
Now if you look at the dashboard, there's nothing there flashing to show there's an indicator on. But you can hear the click.
I can't find my keys.
That's really annoying when I don't know what the hell it is. Now it seems to have stopped. No, it's doing it again. Anyway. We need to get out of here. Now, the other weird thing is the AI traffic isn't letting me out, which it should be doing.
That's what she meant.
Yeah, I think we've got some sort of bug going on here. Something weird happening.
Eating that burrito was a terrible mistake.
Anyway. I can hear it doing it again. And I can also see something flashing at the top of the screen for some reason, and I don't know what that is either.
Tim's birthday party yesterday.
I've had bugs where when you go to start a trip and your driver is walking around the garage, I've had it where he can't interact with the buttons. That's definitely a bug. Right. We're going all the way around here to try and find this bloody bus stop. We must be about 10 minutes behind schedule here. But these are a few of the irritating things about the game. As you know, a game's thrown out onto the market, and as most PC games are, most of them are incomplete when they're actually launched. But from these sort of companies, they're thrown out, and very often a lot of things don't get addressed, which is a worry. I wish I knew what the hell that noise was.
Kitty caught a fish.
What?
Next stop, Town Hall Park.
Right, we'll get rid of the car. We've eventually arrived at the right bloody stop.
Bye.
We seem to have been going around in circles for 20 minutes to get here,
I need a ticket.
and it's cost us a fortune in damage. One, 280.
Thank you.
Yeah, you see that little sort of flash up the top. Not the way it is just now is for a passenger, but there's a flash appears as if a message is trying to appear and then it disappears, which to me is another bug.
Thanks.
One ticket, please.
$380 again. 2, 3, 50, 70, 80. Got a few passengers on board. Well, we did have, but I think we've lost a lot there. Oh yes, we have. Yeah.
Next
Feels like we played the
Cathedral.
whole night through
City
at the old
Center.
sawmill. I'm so tired.
It's as if the indicator's clicking twice when it shouldn't be. I'm just going to have a quick drink. But there's definitely something broken. Right. I think we go straight on. And again, we've got this Cathedral City Centre sign on the GPS right over where I think we should be turning here. I'm going to try and turn here. And that's a dead end. That's no entry, so it's not there. Irritating things like that are what annoys me about the game. I mean, if this game was getting tested, I mean, there's that pop-up on the top of the screen. If this game was getting tested properly and getting thorough testing, then that would all be brought out in the feedback, and these are bugs that they would fix before they launch a game. But here we are back down by the cathedral again. And I thought I'd stopped here previous.
Next stop, Cathedral. City Center.
Sounds as if we've got a flat tyre.
I love this sunny weather.
It's always better when quite a lot of people go on the bus where they don't pay anything at the door, because that way you can go up and then catch the fare dodgers, and you know you'll get a good chance of getting some.
Thanks.
Next stop, Peacecogle Grange.
Well,
Sometimes
this
I
should be
feel
us
like
heading
the
out of town now
entire
to these
universe is just a
these
simulation.
bus stops that we haven't covered in the game before. These are two that I noticed last night. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're heading out to this end of the town, and there's a couple of stops up here. I think that's one of them. Peacock Eggle, whatever the hell it is, Grange, and I'm sure that one as well. That one hasn't been covered. And then we head our way back into town, and we've already cost ourselves €2,500 in collisions. So whatever, and the total we've made on the trip is 8,000. So
This is so much bigger. than St.
we've lost a
Paul's
chunk
back in
of that
Sunny
in bloody
Springs.
crashes. Right. That is really annoying. I'm getting out of the bus. Shit, I need to get in the bus. I need to get in there so I can open the bloody doors. I'm going out for a wander.
I already showed it.
Yeah, showing it again.
I already showed it.
Here. What? I already showed it.
Here. Here's the ticket. And here's the ticket. Sure.
Here's the ticket, and here's a picture of my
Here you go.
What? Oh, here you go.
I've just noticed that it makes the noise when the bus is moving, but it doesn't make the noise when it's stopped. When the bus is stationary, there's no noise. Although there's the noise now. And there's that little flash in the screen up top again. Yeah. We've definitely got a bug
Darn
running
it,
here,
I
folks. I
forgot
don't
to
know
lock
what the
the
hell it
front
is that's
door.
causing it. And of course, the other problem is that we've not even halfway through this trip yet. You know, I've definitely driven this bus before, and I've never had that noise like an indicator, but with no evidence of any indicators on.
Oh, I forgot to water my plants.
Now it's gone quiet again. Very weird.
Next stop, Peacecogle Grange.
Don't think anybody's getting on here.
Thanks for being so punctual.
Well, we're losing a few.
Bye.
Next stop, Westfield, Wanderboot Road.
Oh, thank God I managed to catch the bus. Well, wait. Is this even the right bus?
I don't worry about the potholes anymore.
I can't wait for the weekend.
They're not worth your time slowing down for them.
Oh, hey! Watch out!
Westfield, Wanderboot Road.
Bye.
Move! The door can't close. See ya.
Now, whenever you hear anything like that, your best obviously just to jump out and have a look and see that there's nobody blocking the bloody door. Which there isn't.
Thank you.
Now, we're heading on back in once we do the U-turn.
Oh no! I fell asleep.
Sunglare Valley.
Look at all the garbage along the roadside. Why can't people manage their own trash?
Next stop, Sunglare Valley.
What should I get to eat? I think I'll try some street food.
Yeah, this other stop back in the town, this is another stop that I haven't been to before, so all of these are all going to be part of the new routes, which will be included on all those objectives that
long
we
time
have.
no see. How was your vacation in Sunny Springs?
Oh, it was awesome. Sightseeing and shopping all day long.
Sounds lovely. I
So
think
what I'm
I'll
going to
book
do
a vacation there for next year.
after this trip is go in and try editing those. Now, where the hell are we turning here? I think I've gone past it. Yes, I have. Now, where the hell can we turn now? Ah, shit. In fact, what's in there? Let's try going in there and turn and see what happens. People let us go in here.
Did you catch the concert last night at the old sawmill? They brought the house down.
And that's 700 odd pounds worth of damage, or euros, sorry. Now what I really should have done is they shut down the stream and restarted the game, because I think the game's slightly broken with this pop-up that keeps coming up.
I didn't expect
But
the theories to
and
be
the
true,
evidence is there
but
that
Christina
bugs are there,
is an
and
amputee.
no doubt there's other people had similar problems. These drivers, the AI drivers, are determined not to let me out here. As soon as I move, they're trying to bloody well push themselves in. Right, let's get out. Double clicking indicator noise again. Irritating things that bug you about bloody games.
Oh,
Next
that's what
stop,
he meant.
Sunglare Valley.
I need a ticket.
Single, regular.
Thank you.
May I have a ticket, please? Thanks.
Now here's another thing about this game in comparison to other games like OMSI and things like that. I mean, there are interactive things on it. I mean, wherever you look and whatever highlights, then there's something can be worked with the controls, like the lights and things, and the retarder. Various things can be adjusted.
Feels like
the
we
lights,
partied the whole
the
night
window
through at the
will
old
open.
Sawmill. I'm so
That's
tired.
the window open. You've also got the sunscreen, sun visor, which you can bring down. Obviously, you can't see the road when you do that. But things like in Fernbus, where you can adjust the cabin temperature and things like that, there's no functionality for the whole dashboard to be operational, which probably a lot of people would like. Seeing as they've done a half-hearted way of doing things, they've gone so far but not gone all the way.
I don't feel like working today.
I mean, there's still a chance for them to do things like that if they listen to their public. The likelihood of that happening is fairly slim, I would think.
I'm afraid I'm getting sick.
Now that's happening because I'm leaning down on the R3 or the L3 button as I'm going round a corner, and that's bringing me into third person view, which has been part and parcel of why I've crashed into 2 or 3 things. Now you see the juddering on that car there as well.
Next stop, Pelter Street.
Yeah, with some strange
I've also
dialogue just to fill
killed
the
a couple of passengers at bus stops as
See ya.
well,
Bye-bye.
where they've started
Bye.
walking out towards the bus as I'm trying to draw into park, and I've actually hit them and killed them. Single, regular, one.
Thank you. May I have a ticket, please?
It's a day, regular, one. 80.
Thanks. One ticket, please.
I think I'll need several tickets, please.
Oh, wait a minute. 2, 560. 3, 4, 5, 50, 60. Right, let's just do a quick check.
Of course. Here you go.
Here's the ticket. I already showed it.
Yeah, show it again.
What? Oh,
Where is it? Ah, here you go.
Right. We'll do that.
I haven't seen Stefan in a while. Is he still sick?
No, he's sick again.
Next stop, Dr. Doyle Street.
I was not made for this weather.
Next stop, Dr. Doyle Street.
Bye. Goodbye.
This must be pretty much empty, I think it is. I don't think there's anybody on it. Yep, nobody. All on my own. Mind you, the passenger probably fed up listening to that clicking noise as well, same as I am. That's another. These 90-degree turns are the problem in this bus because it's longer than you think, and you end up cutting up somebody, or you end up cutting up a pedestrian. Or you get done for hitting a curbstone with your rear end tyres. So we're now heading back into town.
Next stop, Rose Street.
We've got a couple here, one might get on.
A ticket, please.
Day regular 1. 1380.
Thanks.
One ticket, please.
I gave him too much change.
Thank you.
Now I know, for example, in Glasgow, for quite a number of years now, and not that it's been recent since I've been on a bus in Glasgow, but I think pretty much all the bus services in Glasgow are all exact change, exact fare, please. So you can't give them any money and expect change. And it's funny how this game doesn't operate on that basis. I would imagine quite a lot of big towns and cities are like that, where you have to have the right money rather than drivers pissing around trying to give you change. See, this is all a part of town that's never been open to me before, so I've never driven these roads, so I don't know what they're like. Especially in a bigger bus as this one is. I think we're going left. Now, that's where we're going there. I think this is a weird turn. Nearly
Look
killed
at
a
all the
pedestrian
garbage
as well.
along the roadside. Why can't people manage their own trash?
Now we're going into the central station. And the other thing, the first time I arrived at this central bus station, I wasn't sure what stance I was to park at. And the reason for that is I missed the pop-up on the screen that tells you. Now we're just approaching it. You just look at the screen and see if this pop-up comes up. It should tell us what stance to go at. Now it's saying platform 1, so that's right at the end. So round we go.
Next stop, Central Bus Station.
Oh, there's a ladybug on my knee.
It's way too hot
One
outside.
ticket, please.
Goodbye.
Single, regular 1.
The weather.
Thank you.
Sometimes I feel like in a game.
Now, what's going on here? Something's amiss here. Right, hang on. That's better.
Yesterday was
right.
perfect. I spent the afternoon at the Lido and then partied all night at the old sawmill.
Lucky you.
Next
I had
stop,
to work
Rose
yesterday.
Street.
Did you catch the concert last night at the old sawmill? They brought the house down.
Now we should be working our way back across to the old part of town. On the wrong lane.
Yesterday I bought some shampoo.
Uh-huh.
Right, we'll get a quick drink while we're here.
I can't wait for the weekend to begin.
Next stop, Rose Street.
Well, this part of town's obviously the sort of middle income belt. It's white collar workers all living
May
here,
I
office
have
workers.
a ticket, please? Thank you.
I need a ticket.
Regular 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 80.
Thanks. A ticket, please. Oh, I forgot to water my plants.
One ticket, please. Ugh, I hope I'll be able to catch some sleep along the way.
Next stop, Dr. Doyle Street.
Did you catch the concert last night at the old sawmill? The band seemed to be just sleepwalking their way through it. Horrible.
Next stop, Dr. Doyle Street.
I wonder who Dr. Doyle is, and look at how they've spelt his name, D-O-I-L. I've never seen anybody called Doyle. Right, there's a curious bug as well. I'm trying to open the doors, and now my manual controls for the door aren't working, which is weird. Right, where the hell's the passenger doors on this? Hang on.
Right on time. Thank you.
Did I turn off the stove? Bye-bye.
One ticket, please.
Yeah, there's something.
Move. The door can't close.
There's something not right with the game. That now that the bloody controls aren't all operational either.
Thank you.
Let's try it again. Oh, it's working now. No, it's not working. Right, anyway, enough of that. We'll just use the manual controls for the time being. And get that thing to pop up. That's a bit fiddly. Right, well that's them all closed. Yeah, I can't get the... Well, it's there it is. It's popping up now, but there's definitely something weird going on. Right, let's see if we can get this finished. Now, what have we done now? Let's try closing the doors again. way.
Next stop, Pelter Street.
I hate the commercial breaks in Winter of Passion. They always come right after a cliffhanger.
This is called Pelter Street. Right.
Oh my gosh, what is that sound? Does anyone else hear that?
Next stop, Pelter Street.
Nobody here. Let's have a quick look and see if anybody's getting off. Doesn't look like it.
After 5,000 episodes of Winter of Passion,
No.
I finally got my husband to see Winter of Passion. Now, he's an even bigger fan than me.
Yeah, the
Next stop,
the
Sun
subtitles
Glare
calls
Valley.
the soap. No, I'm not turning here. The subtitles call it Blizzard of Love. Yet the AI talk about Winter of Passion. So something's gone amiss in the translation, and whoever translated it into English subtitles.
Darn it. I forgot to lock the front door.
You know, when you get untidy finishes like that, and or untidy releases in games, it doesn't put a lot of faith into the people that are producing these games. I'm assuming that they're German. I know, I mean, I presume this Astragon company, the publishers, are German. I'm just guessing, I haven't looked into a lot of detail on it, as most of these sim games do come from Astragon.
Next stop, Sun Glare Valley.
And another empty bus stop. We're not getting much custom here, but that's probably because most of these people all have their own cars, and there's no need for buses. Mind you, there's a couple getting off. Yeah, these houses here, these are all two-car families with 2.3 children.
Next stop, Westfield, Wanderboot Road.
Now, with the size of the map, I mean, the map's not that huge, but what there is in the map, you know, in particular, if you make it a round trip journey, you can have quite a long time driving from one end of the town and back to the other, depending how complicated you want to make it. The disappointing thing I've noticed is that this map is going to be classified as a map. As far as mod makers go, when you actually load the game, or when you start the game, you have the choice of going into the mods and launching the mods, but maps will be standalone maps by the look of it. Now, by that I mean that it doesn't look like you can extend this map up there, or you can extend it out west, or extend it south. It's just going to be this map here, and that's it. And then whoever gets into the mod making and makes up other maps will all just be standalone maps, which you know, unlike Fernbus, you're not going to be driving out of town into another country or anything like that. It doesn't look like it, although there's already been a mod maker done an experimental map just to test things out. I mean, it's got no detail in it at all. I haven't downloaded it to test it, but we'll give it a few months and see if anything happens or whether it all just dies.
At the Lido, and then partied all night at the old
Right,
Sawmill.
anyway, let's
Lucky
go.
you.
Well, that's the other
I
thing.
had to work
When you do that,
yesterday.
here's the other thing. I haven't looked at the instructions, but I'm going to look at the controls. Let's have a look at the controls for a second.
I
Now you can
never
see the
thought
bus is
Hans would
moving.
come back to the family.
If you go into the menu like that, you're not pausing the game. That's another thing to be wary of. The other day I hit what I thought was the pause button, hit the escape, and the bloody bus crashed into parked vehicles because the bus would continue moving. Let's have a look at the controls just to verify something. Controls. Forward, and then of course I hit the P button to expecting it to be the pause button. That's the bus controls. Lights. Of course, these are all keyboard controls. Now, what the hell does customization orbit mean? And it says right mouse button.
Yesterday we passed a purple cow.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Action menu, cancel, button, overview, see, finish trip, yeah. Abort, end chat, move seat forward, blah 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 blah. Yeah, there's no controls in
What should I
there
get to eat now?
to pause the game.
Fast food? Junk food?
That's something,
I
if
think
you
I'll
haven't
try some
found
street
out,
food.
that you'll find out pretty quickly. Now the other thing I've noticed as well is that since the update that they did in the last couple of days, the mirrors, if you look at the mirrors now, the frame rate in the mirror looks to have dropped like a stone.
Yeah, me neither.
The frame rate in
It
the
blew
mirror
my
was
mind.
much better before they put this patch out. So I don't know what the hell they've done. But it looks about 15 to 20 frame rates slower than what the game's running at. And the game should be running at 60.
You know, yesterday Kitty caught a fish.
Well, that's very
Aren't
often what
cats
happens with
afraid of
PC
water?
games. You
Yeah,
bring
well,
out a
she
fix
hardly got wet.
to
She
fix
was just
something,
lying there on top of
and
the aquarium.
in the process of fixing what you were trying to fix, you make something else worse in the game. It doesn't look so bad there, but the frame rate in the mirrors definitely does slow down a great deal, maybe when there's more traffic and stuff going on. Oh, I've missed the turn again. Well, that's a garage. Oh shit. I thought I'd missed the turn. It's a fuel station. And I think I've hit every pothole going. Every pothole available I've managed to run into them. Who cares?
I never thought Hans
That's
would
not
come back
what
to
we're
the
interested
family.
in. We're interested in getting the trip done. And getting some money. Not a lot of money, but we're hopefully going to get something. Plus we'll see what our other drivers bring in. And then I'm going to edit those routes to see if I can get that objective complete.
Next stop, Westfield, Wanderboot Road.
Right. Slow down. Well, now that's popping up now and it's working. And we're too late, of course. I can get the bloody doors to open. He's walked in the bus.
May
with
I
doors
have a
shut.
ticket, please? I love this sunny weather.
Day, regular. 280.
Thanks.
people on the bus.
Ah, that's my stop.
Oh shit. Yeah, I've been done by
Do you
hitting
want
the
to see a
curbstone
photo
as
of
well.
my cat? Thanks.
Right, that's her out.
Oh, that's what she meant.
Yeah, these potholes I think are a total waste of time.
Hey, are you aiming for those?
Yes, I am aiming for them. I'm certainly not aiming to avoid them. I mean, I can imagine some people playing this game and
Stop, Peace Kogel Grange.
and actually crawling through the game driving in a bid to avoid all these bloody
Yesterday we
potholes.
passed the purple cow.
Yeah, I saw it too.
I did that at the start, and then I thought, why should I be arsed doing this? I mean, look at that for animation. People walking through the stone ground there to get to the bus stop, or get in from the bus stop to the bus, and then jumping off a ledge and walking away up the grass verge. And then sort of just standing there wondering, what the hell's she going to be doing? And where are those people coming from over there? In fact, I'll tell you what, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going out for a wander.
Hello? Are you coming back?
See where the hell these people are going, whether I can go there. I wonder if you lose points for abandoning your bus and wandering through the countryside. Now, I must admit, I like the guy's clothes. He looks all set for Wimbledon with all his purple gear on. Wonder where that goes. Now there's a pop-up comes up during the game saying about look for the lights in the woods at night. There's obviously something going on in the woods somewhere around the map. I don't know where that is, but it's giving you a hint to look out for it. Now there's the bus down there, I think, is it? Now, how the hell do we get back out of here? Do we just walk through the fence? Let's see if we can. No, we can't. And we can't jump either. So we can't vault the fence. I love the concern in that passenger's voice when she says, "Are you coming back?" Oh dear.
Oh no! I fell asleep.
Next stop, Cathedral, City Center.
Right. Seven minutes to get there. That's right back in the town.
Marbles. 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 After a while,
Oh, look at that.
it
There's
stopped
a
sounding
crash
like
there
a
if ever there
word.
was one. Yeah, there's another thing just to
I think I just saw a UFO.
bring to your attention. There's a video on YouTube of a guy doing a review in this game, and he listens to the dialogue that one of the passengers is saying, and it makes reference. Turn that indicator off. It makes reference to a male passenger talking about his husband. So it gives you the impression that they've introduced gay marriage into the game. Well, that isn't the case, and I'll tell you why. Because every AI passenger in the game says the same bloody dialogue. So it's in reference to male or female, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is or what it is, they all say the same bloody dialogue if you listen to the game long enough. So you'll hear the old granny talking about her husband now watching this bloody soap opera, and you'll hear the guy saying the same thing about his husband. So I think I don't think that was consciously set by the game developers. I'd be interested to find that out, but it makes no sense whatsoever to have the rest of the AI passengers saying exactly the same thing, and I think it was just pure coincidence that the guy heard one of the AI male passengers talking about his male husband. You know, it sounds stupid, so it does.
What do you think about heading to the beach tomorrow?
Again,
I'm
they've
off work
probably
before
done
o'clock.
something by
That sounds
accident
like a
and
nice
by
idea.
oversight.
But I'll have to
And
see
it's
if I
brought-
still fit into my swimsuit.
It's brought gay marriage into the game by accident. I think that's what it is. I don't think it was deliberate. Not that it matters anyway, who gives a shit?
Hey, long time no see. How
Right,
was your
here's where
vacation in
I
Sunny
get lost
Springs?
again.
Oh, it was awesome. Sightseeing
In this
and
bloody
shopping
road
all
here.
day long.
Sounds lovely.
Now,
I
let
think
me
I'll
just
book
have
a
a look at
vacation
this.
there for
Let me
next
have
year.
an idea. Let's have a look here. You can hardly see anything in
Ugh.
that one either.
What's that smell?
This is the one that's going to cause me problems all the time. I'm not turning left there. And I don't think we're turning left here,
I'm so hungry.
Okay,
because that's
let's
one
grab
way.
a bite to eat.
So it's got to be the next one. And we've got to go wide enough to make the turn without cutting up other vehicles.
Next stop, Cathedral. City Center.
Well, we must have like 1 or 2 stops left, and then we have to go home.
Very punctual. Thank you.
Bye.
Right, there's a mass exodus here. We've got nobody on board,
Goodbye.
I don't think. Right now. So it looks like an immediate left turn.
Next stop, Town Hall Park.
What's that smell?
Oh, there must be somebody still in the bus.
Town Hall Park.
Couldn't see anybody, but there must be somebody if they're talking.
Right on time.
Oh,
You're
it's her there.
blocking the door.
I need a ticket.
There's her twin sister getting on as she's got off. Two, 3, 50, 70, 80.
Thanks. One ticket, please.
That's a single senior one. 2, 3,
Thank
20.
you.
Now there's bound to be some trash on the bus. Let's have a look. Surely there's some garbage somewhere. There we go.
What? Oh, here you go.
Right, everything looks okay. Right, what have I not done?
Luckily, Sunday's coming.
Yeah, door seems to be blocked. Wait a minute, what the hell's going on? Oh, we've got a numpty standing there. Grandma's standing in a bloody door.
Next stop, Trading Center.
Oh, there's a ladybug on my knee.
Yeah, I think it take you roughly about an hour playing this game to hear pretty much all of the dialogue of the passengers and what they're going to say, and then it just becomes mind-numbingly boring listening to them. Probably less mind-numbingly boring than listening to me, but nevertheless annoying.
Oh, that's what she meant. What do you think about heading to the beach tomorrow?
We've
I'm off
crashed
work
again,
at
going
4
too quick.
o'clock. That sounds like a nice idea, but I'll have to see if I still fit into my swimsuit.
Now you'll even get guys saying that dialogue as well. And obviously when they mention swimsuit, you think it's in reference to the female attire rather than a thing for a gentleman. Now I think this is an immediate right turn. It looks like it. Oh, we've lost a fair few thousand
Stop, Trading Center.
with these collisions. I think it's probably, I think it's probably because
Did I turn off the stove?
I'm still a bit fiddly with this bloody controller. Now that functionality's not working again for the doors, or it's very, very, very sloppy. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I didn't expect the theories to be true,
Nope.
but Christina
It ain't
is an
working.
amputee.
Let's try these buttons again.
Thanks for being so punctual.
So I have to do it that way. Is this guy gonna get on? Nope. And it's still not going to bloody well work, so back to the manual controls and we can get them aimed properly so I can hit the bloody button.
Oh, I forgot to water my plants.
Next stop, Trading Center.
I can't wait for the weekend.
I can't wait till this bloody thing ends. This is becoming monotonous. Now, I've tried, here we go again, the bloody half-wit. It's that fool there, huh?
Oh, here's the ticket. How often do you want to?
I
Sure.
want to do it as often as I can just to annoy you.
I already showed it.
Here.
Right.
I'm so hungry. Okay, let's grab a bite to eat.
Next stop, Trading Center.
Parking to perfection.
Are you up for going to the movies today?
Which film?
I was thinking about the new superhero
Oh, it's
blockbuster
looking
that just
again.
came out.
Yeah.
Strange things are occurring
Sure.
here, folks. And I don't like the way that's flickering either. That's weird. I've noticed one thing though.
Oh, that's what she meant.
That strange clicking noise seems to have
Stop, main station.
that seems to have
Last
disappeared.
stop. Please leave the bus.
Right, thank goodness for that last stop. In fact, rather than driving all the way bus to the back, I'll say that again, rather than driving all the way back to the bus garage for the additional bonus, I'm just going to bloody end it there. So I can get to editing those routes that I was talking about earlier, and we'll see what happens.
What do you think about heading to the beach tomorrow?
Well, this has
I'm off
just
work at
purely
4
been
o'clock.
a money-making
That sounds like a
exercise,
nice
this
idea.
trip.
But I'll have to see if I fit into my swimsuit.
There's Grandma talking about her swimsuit as well now.
You really need to see the view down at the harbor.
Yeah, we've got the harbour covered. We've been there, seen it. Not all that exciting. Right.
I'm so hungry.
Okay, let's grab a bite to eat. Do you want to see a photo of my
Now look at the frame rate in the mirror now that we're in a lot of parked cars and stuff. It looks shitty. I'm probably going to miss my turn here looking at these mirrors. I'm too busy paying attention to them and seeing how crap it is. I mean, as I said, the mirrors worked fine before this update came out. Just gonna gun it through this back street. Of course, we've got the speed limiter on anyway, so we can't speed as such. we've hit a pothole, but who really cares? So I think, what did I say we started with? About 300 and... was it 330,000 euros or something we had before we started this job? We're not going to make much out of this job, but it's how much our drivers make in the income that they accrue while we were on this. Now I'm just looking at the temperature in my room at the moment. We've got a bit of a heat wave going on, and it's 31 degrees in my room, which is what, 88 degrees. I've got the fan on, I've got no top on, I'm sitting here absolutely boiling, and there is no air coming in at all. There's no wind, blue skies and warm sunshine. Well, it's warm sunshine for Scotland. We don't get that amount of heat too often. Although it's to cool down in the next day or two, I think. Right, where the hell am I going up here?
Next stop, main station.
Oh.
Last stop. Please leave the bus.
I was out way too late at the old sawmill.
Let's check for garbage again. Oh, there we go. We've got the garbage. And we'll complete the job. So we've got a fair amount of money lost by the damage that we accrued, but we've got quite a few upgrades to the bus stops. We've made 18,000, which is quite good. We made 23, but we lost 4 in damage. And we've now got number decals and new colours available. Well, let's close that. We've moved up to level 22. And if we look at the income, we're now way up at 639. So we've brought in a fair stash from all our active routes that we've got going on. You can see there, that's the one that we've just done. That doesn't get updated until the next update on our summary. Right, so let's go to here. Right, now we've got one good thing. We've got 90% of unlocked bus stops on a profitable route, which is good. We've got that one done. Now this one here's the one that interests me. It says have 10 routes from the central bus station, or the ZOB, whatever that means in German. Somebody will know it. I'm not going to bother looking it up. Which use drivers to generate income. Now, if we look, I've got 5 that I know that definitely go to the central bus station, but the other routes that I have don't, as far as I'm aware. So I'm going to try and amend that by making sure that the last part of their trip takes them to the central bus station. So let us just look at the first one, and we will go to edit route, and the last part of the route there is Harbour Pier, which is there, but I'm now going to go across here and add that as the last part of the trip and hit save. So that's in the first one, and we're going to go into that one. In fact, tell a lie, what I should have done is edit route, and let's have a look at the route and optimize it and hit save. I don't think that made any difference. Right, so we'll go into the second one, edit route, and we can see where the last part of the trip is there, but we're going to add the central bus station onto that, and we'll hit save. So that's from my estimation, that's 7 drivers are now going there. Now we'll go into that one. This is actually probably one of the biggest routes that I have, the all stops one that I set, and we will edit that one. And that doesn't cover the central bus station either, so the last stop on that one will be that as well. And we'll hit save. So that I make that 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's one there. There's 9, which will be this one. And we'll hit edit route and go over there. Add that to it and hit save. Now, is that the one I've just done? I think it is it? No, it isn't, because that's already on. I'm sure that's already going to the central bus station. Let's have a look. No, that's going to main station. Right, so we'll just add that to there as well and hit save. That should be about 9, so let's have a look at the objectives. Yeah. Right, that's not there either, so we'll add that. Let's get rid of that. Giant Alley, Town Hall Alley, and then we'll put that central bus station. Save. And objectives. Well, that's not made any difference to there. I thought it would, but it hasn't, and I'm sure I've got pretty much all of the routes going into that central bus station. Let's see where that one's going. Yeah, that's going there. Right. So this is the important one. We've already driven this route, and we now just need to keep building up money until we've got enough to buy drivers and buses to cover. Well, we've got 1, 2 there. We've got 2 drivers on those 2 routes there, so we could take a driver off each of those routes. Now that would give us 2, but we'd still need to hire another 2 drivers, plus we'd also need another 2 buses, and we still don't have enough, I don't think, to get those CNG, the gas buses, to get this objective done. But we'll worry about that another day. With that, folks, you can see the game's bugged. You can see I'm not very good at driving with a controller, but we'll try those objectives for another day. We might have them done by the time we do another stream on this, but until then we will see you.